Hello and welcome to yet another YouTube video here on this channel. In today's video, we are diving into a lot of productivity news. There is a lot of things happening. I will briefly try to touch on most of them. We have everything from like Raycast AI extensions, which I think is really important, to Claude Sonnet 3.7 and Perplexity Deep Research. I won't go into those two, but that is also some kind of news. I'm not sure if I would call it productivity news, but it is AI. AI is important in productivity as well. We have Milanote mobile application update. We have a huge Affine update. So I will just go through a few of these and I will probably make videos on Raycast extensions. I will also make a video on the Affine update because those are so big. But I wanted to quickly talk about the updates and talk about my thoughts on them. Let's actually start off with Raycast, which is one of my favorite applications. I really love this application and I have been using it for a lot of things. But here you can see this new Raycast AI extensions. So basically the way this works is that if you press at, you choose an application, you can then use natural language to make that application do something. Here is a good example of it. So calendar, block the rest of my day after my last meeting. It gives you like the what it is going to do. So they haven't totally removed the human, which I think is really important because I've talked about this before. But if AI makes a mistake when it comes to like really important things, I will find it really hard to trust AI to do those things again. And we already know how much AI can just hallucinate and come up with stuff. So I think this is really important. And then I can confirm this by just pressing Command Enter, and it will actually do that for me. This also works with like AI presets, so you can set something up. For example, the demo they showed was having both the application create a Google Calendar invite and send that invite to a meeting, and also add Zoom meetings. This is an example of how you can set this up. So this is a good example. So it shows the model, it gives it a system instruction, basically a prompt, and it also shows the applications it can work with. So this idea here is really good. It currently doesn't work with all applications, but it works with a lot of them, and you can go into your extensions and check that out. There is, as I said, still some work that needs to be done. People need to work on creating more and more of these AI extensions. That's kind of the point of Raycast, is like the idea here is that people create extensions. If you remove all of the extensions from Raycast, it isn't as powerful. I actually have a few thoughts on this. I think this is a really important update because the whole idea of a computer is that it wants we want it to do something for you without the need of learning a lot. That is the same. I often talk about productivity applications, but I want a powerful productivity application that I don't necessarily need to learn to use. That is the whole point of like productivity applications. People really like natural language processing, at least I do, and I also know a lot of people that think the same way. So people really like this idea of natural language processing. What if you could do natural language processing for all of your applications? That is the whole idea here, that your computer just simply works with natural language processing. So I haven't most of us, like, we know how to use a computer, we know what buttons to click, we know how to open an application, we know all of this. What if you did not have to learn any of that? What if like the whole experience was just talking to a chatbot that opened up things for you, whether that's an application or it sent out a meeting invite on your behalf? That is like the idea of the perfect future, quote unquote. So that is like, this is the first step towards that promise. So I just wanted to give my thoughts on that. I think this is an amazing update. I'm really excited to see how this continues to develop. Currently, there are a few apps. This can be used with. I haven't tested it out. As I said, I will test it out. I will do a full video on it later. But I think it is really interesting to use AI in this way, and this is like this thing that Raycast is doing right now. It is a step towards figuring out how will AI work on our devices. So really exciting news. Probably going to do a podcast episode on this as well. The next update I have is actually Milanote, and I will just be quite quick with this one. Let's just jump over here. They haven't said anything. They haven't said anything here, but on their Instagram and also I think on X, they were looking for people to help them test out the application. The application is in beta right now, the mobile application, which means that we will soon have a new experience in Milanote mobile, which is something I know a lot of people want. We have another just quick update that I wanted to include here, and that is Day One, the journaling application, which I know a lot of people love, me included. I haven't used it for a while, but there are some exciting news. There are launching a new Day One Windows application. So we have currently had the ability to use this on Windows, but not as an application. It has been on the web version, but now we have the application as well. So you can start using this I think it's still in beta. It is. So you can start using this in beta on Windows 10 or 11 by simply downloading the beta here. And I will link to this page so you can just scroll down and download it for yourself if you are on a Windows device, because device was what I was going to say. On a Windows device, it's been a long day. Anyways, I will link this down below so you can find that for yourself. This is really important because a lot of people actually like this application, especially on the iPhone, but a lot of people also have an iPhone and a Windows computer. So I think this is a great update. So that covers the two like quick updates. The last one is also a huge one. Let's actually scroll to the top of this. I read through this quite quickly, did some research on it, and I will just cover the most important things right now. And this will also be another thing that I will make a full video on, because I think this also is important. So we have let me just turn this off. We have AI network searching. So AI has greatly enhanced in 0.20. Now AI chat can search for the latest information and content by connecting to the internet without the need to open additional products. Basically what this is a way to interact with AI within the application. Not the biggest update, still something every application seems to have. So probably Affine should have it as well. We have dock level permissions. This is more important if you like share a lot of docks, or if you are multiple people working on basically the same thing. If you share a lot of docs, if you work with other people, this is important. Also for a team plan, like you can't have a team plan without having doc level permissions in an application like this. So I think this is really important, because applications like Affine and just general SaaS products make more money off of teams than they do off of me and you paying for them. We have user storage management. This is also really important because, or not necessarily really important. I think this is more of a quality of life thing, but I really like it because this allows you now to see allows you to see how much storage you've used up. I won't go too deep into table blocks. I won't go too deep into page block polish. I will link this down below if you want to read this as well, but I will do an in-depth video on it. This is important. Templates is important, and they also released Affine templates site, so Affine Pro/templates. There you can share pre-made templates, and you can see pre-made templates. So you can go into here like this, click into here, and you can see all of the different ones right here to just start off with a template, which makes it much easier to start with Affine. Like a lot of these applications, the issue is that you have to set them up in advance. So this is great. It is also great to have templates for yourself. So if we just click here, you can see that you can now create different templates for yourself. So if there is something you do like a lot, in my case, for example, filming YouTube video or writing a blog post, those would be templates that I would create. There are a lot of like general improvements in this update, and we also have a split view, which is again a thing that a lot of people do like. This is great. Again, like, not necessarily something I need. It isn't something like I would change to Affine just because Affine has this, but I still think it is important because a lot of people have this, or a lot of applications have this feature already. I think Tools has it, for example. Obsidian also has it. A lot of applications have this feature, and I think it is a great update. We also have some edgeless improvements, which again is important because this is the whole selling point of this application, is the edgeless stuff. So they finally support zooming the edgeless using just scroll wheel. You can enable this option through settings. So that is something they've added as well. Again, these quality of life improvements are really important for an application like Affine. Mobile app, currently internal test alpha version, has been pushed to all participants in the internal test. Although the work on the mobile version is still ongoing, we hope to synchronize our progress with everyone and help us with the bug feedback. If interested, you can join our Discord to wait for subsequent push invitations. So basically, they will at some point invite people to the mobile application, and you can join their Discord to be on sort of a wait list to test out the mobile application. I think all of these updates are important for an application like Affine. It was great to see such a big update. I think Affine is one of the more interesting applications on the market, and they offer something other applications do not. So I'm really excited to see how this continues to develop. And as I said, this will probably be an application I will do an updated review on, and in that updated review, I will cover all of this stuff. So probably in a week or two, you will see an updated video on Affine on this channel. So if you would like to see that, please do subscribe, comment down below. And if you have any questions, as I said, comment down below. I've had a long couple of days. Thank you so much for being patient and for watching today's video. And as usual, I hope to see you again quite soon.